Hey, welcome to Screenplay Junkie. My name's Drew Hellmich, and I love screenwriting and everything there is about movies. But before anything makes it to the screen, it always begins with text on paper. So if you're a fellow addict of film and storytelling, join my brothers, Matt and Bryan, and I as we take a look at various types of screenplays, short stories, and other source material that were crucial to the creation of the stories we all love. There will be spoilers, though, so I do recommend being familiar with the title that's being discussed. Sound good? All right, then let's get started. Welcome back, fellow story addicts, to Screenplay Junkie episode number 45. Drew, Matt, and Brian here.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Oh, yes. What a great new year. 2020.
Welcome to 2020.
New decade.
2020.
Pretty crazy.
It's redundant. It's a redundant year.
Yeah.
Should be a good one, though.
Oh, I'm excited. It was actually a new fun fact. I have two for the new 2020 of the year. Do you know?
Wait, hold on. There's two fun facts? Because I was only ready for one fun fact. So wow.
Two fun facts. Man, I can't say that right now. But one is, do you guys know that monthly you consume a credit card's worth of plastic?
What's your source?
Google.
Can you say that again?
Google / a professor I had this past semester.
Each month you eat a whole credit card's worth of plastic?
Yes. Correct.
So it all adds up to like a credit card is what you're telling me?
Mm-hmm. So you could eat
What?
let's say 2 ounces of plastic here, and then you move on, and then it'll accumulate in a month, It all depends on how much you eat daily.
That's crazy.
No, and that's just like small particles like attached in our food or whatever we're eating.
I guess.
How do we all not have cancer?
I guess it's like inside. Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy. So watch your plastic consumption. We'll be watching that this new year.
It sounds like the Gorillaz Plastic Beach album is like coming to a reality.
What's that?
I've never heard of that.
I know the Gorillaz, but they have a whole Plastic Beach album?
What's just the name of their album, yeah.
Is like every song just about like reduce, reusing, and recycling?
No.
It's all just about plastic.
It's a green album. Yeah, it's a green album.
I gotta listen to it.
It's good, man.
But I'll even greater fact. 420 this year. It'll be at 420 on 420 of 2020. I saw that and I was just like, wow, that's a lot of 20s on that day.
Why am I interested in that? Why would I be interested in that?
Isn't 420 always on 420 though?
But during 2020, you got to throw that at the end. Like this is like the 1 year that it's the 20s line up for you. So it's a good day just to, I guess, sit down.
Yeah, and now weed's legal in Illinois recreationally. So wow, just get out there, everybody. Crowd your local weed department. That's crazy.
We're plugging marijuana now?
We're big. Are you just like a big numbers guy? That's why you wanted to throw that out there?
No, I guess. I just saw that this morning. And I was just like, oh, yeah, I remember that, and I feel like that's pretty funny.
You're just lighting us up with numbers. You got plastic numbers. Now you got 420 numbers. Fun facts everywhere. 2020.
Today was a good morning of remembering facts. So,
well, I want to know if we're consuming a lot of plastic, does that mean we're upgrading ourselves to become, like, I don't know, part plastic people?
We all just have like plastic suits of armor.
Yeah, I don't know.
Embedded in our skin.
Something like that. Can't be good in the heat.
Yeah, no way.
But today we have Upgrade. Before we get to it, though, we got to give a shout out to our guy Mikey P Jr. from Descent into Horror for our first listener script request.
Yeah, I was actually really excited. I remember the day that you sent us the screenshot of when he sent the request in. I was just like, oh, that's amazing. We got fans that are interested and they're willing to send us options. So anybody else out there listening, let us know and we'll get to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I agree. Just getting a message was pretty cool to see someone out there listening and actually was interested to send us a message to have us do a specific script. And when I saw this one specifically, I thought it was awesome because I'd only seen this movie one time before this particular viewing, and I thought this was a really good, underrated sci-fi film.
Yeah, this one was a fun one to dig into and find out kind of like how much they made it for, who made it, because there's familiar names and faces kind of everywhere that are involved with this.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to Mikey P, right? We'll just give him a quick shout out again. He runs a page called Descent into Horror, and if you want to check out his Instagram stuff, you can go to Descent into Horror on Instagram. It's all one word. He's got a lot of cool horror content, merch over there. So please go show him some support because he's supporting us, and we're all one big family out here.
Yeah, and we'll provide his link in our in the show notes of this episode for convenience for you guys.
I guess it's like more off of like Upgrade. Like before even like I guess the submission and request, I never even heard of the movie. So I mean, it just opened me up to a brand new movie, which I highly enjoyed, as we'll speak about in a little later.
Oh, you'd never heard of it before?
No, I've never heard of it.
Because me and Drew had seen it once before. I saw it last year. Couldn't really remember it, so great movie to come back and revisit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the script was the bomb. Loved reading it.
It is a really good one. Yeah, I agree absolutely. And I just want to I want to piggyback what you were saying earlier, Brian. Just add a little more detail. If you want to send us a comment about anything we should read or review, just let us know by shooting a message on our Instagram, Screenplay Junkie, or write us a comment on any of our other platforms like iTunes, Podcasts, YouTube, Spreaker, or wherever you happen to listen to us. It's very much appreciated.
Yeah, slide into our DMs. Let's go.
As the kids would say. Well, what do we want to do? Get right into this one? Yeah?
I'm ready for it.
I'm down.
All right, let's hit it. IMDb info. Go.
Yeah, so Upgrade came out last year, or damn, it wasn't last year because now it's 2020. It came out in 2018 on June 1st. So
Yes.
summer movie release. I think this is a good one to come out in the summer because it's like a fun movie in some ways. Let's see. Let's get the logline out here. Set in the near future, technology controls nearly all aspects of life. But when Gray, a self-identified technophobe, has his world turned upside down, his only hope for revenge is an experimental computer chip implant called STEM.
Yeah, sounds awesome.
It was kind of a long one. I wasn't expecting
It was
it
a
to be
lot
that
longer
long.
than
I like the
usuals.
info.
It's good info.
Necessary info, though.
He's a technophobe
Yeah.
in a world where technology controls everything.
Why wouldn't you be?
Right. I was going to mention this in trivia, but I'll just pop it out there now. The movie takes place in 2046.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So 26 years from now.
Yeah, there was. I was curious to know that, so thanks. Because in the script or in the movie, they never say what year it is.
The only way you can find out is by pausing the movie the moment that his dead wife's like information is on the screen when he's doing research
Got
at
it.
his own apartment.
Wow.
And you can see her birth certificate or like death certificate or something,
Okay.
and someone did the math and figured it out.
All right,
Not
for
me.
sure.
I just looked it up online.
Nice.
So this movie was directed by Leigh Whannell, written by Leigh Whannell, and it stars Logan Marshall-Green, Melanie Vallejo, and the voice of STEM is provided by Simon Maiden.
I know none of them.
He does a good robot voice.
I-
robot
seriously.
voice.
I think I only recognize the lead Gray. He's in.
Yeah, Logan Marshall-Green.
Yeah, what I'm blanking right now. He's in. What's the prequel to Alien? Prometheus.
Prometheus.
Yeah, he's in Prometheus.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's in Invitation, which is a movie that's pretty good.
Oh, I've heard of
It's
that.
about like a cult type thing.
Yeah, I've heard
It's
of
kind
that.
of cool.
Okay.
All right, so this movie was made for $5 million.
Wow. It's actually
Yeah.
cheaper than I
That's-
expected.
I could not
I love
believe
it.
that number when I saw it.
I love it.
There's so much futuristic shit going on in this movie.
Like,
Yeah.
even his house, like, there's so much decoration.
Yeah,
and, like,
how the hell?
Like, total
How about where
upgrade.
the rich kid lives? The little rich kid.
Oh,
how the
it's true.
fuck? How did they shoot that for under $5 million?
Dude, just Leigh Whannell knows what he's doing, man.
I mean, that's
It's
like
amazing. That's why I love these low budget films because it looks so awesome. I mean, $5 million is a lot of money, right? But in the film world, it's not
it's
at all.
not. Yeah, when they're making Avengers movies for $150 million, or like, crazy shit like that.
Yes.
$5 million. I mean, seriously, go back. If anyone has seen this, go back and watch it and just notice how cool everything looks for $5 million. The only thing I'll say it doesn't look that cool is some of the futuristic cars. You could kind of tell we're like, oh, okay, that doesn't look that great.
Yeah.
That was my only thing. Worldwide, this movie made $15 million, so it tripled.
Oh, nice.
Awesome. Right?
Very good.
Great profit. And now it's on Hulu now, HBO, I think. So it's out there.
Yeah.
So go ahead and check it out. All right, let's do a little trivia. Not much here, but... So filming for this movie started in March of 2017 in the director's hometown of Melbourne, and it lasted for only 30 days. 30 days to shoot the whole movie.
Cool.
Wait, actually, the whole movie took 30 days?
Yeah. And it was shot in Australia, but it takes place in the United States.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think in the script it said like L.A.
Yep. So during the fight scenes, the camera often tracks Gray, right? The main character. Did you guys
Yes.
like that, first of all?
Yeah.
I did, yeah. I mean, it was
I thought it was
new
cool.
and different.
Yeah.
I've never, like, probably seen anything like that.
The only other movie I can say that like tried to doing something like that is like John Wick, right? Because they like follow Keanu Reeves' movements kind of a lot, but this
Yeah.
was way different because it was more like robotic.
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was really cool. But according to the director, Leigh Whannell, this was achieved by hiding a phone somewhere on an actor, on Logan Marshall-Green, the guy who plays Gray. They just hit a phone on him, and it was able to sync up to the camera via some wireless connection, and then it would just follow his exact movements. It's awesome. So they were using some pretty high-tech stuff to make this movie that featured
Robots.
even way cooler high technology.
Yeah.
Robots filming robots.
Exactly. At one point during the hacker building sequence, remember when he goes there to get his like thing turned back down, essentially?
Yeah.
The Saw doll from that 2004 movie Saw, right? Jigsaw or whatever. He can be seen painted on one of the walls, and that's just like a nod to the first Saw, because the director and writer of this movie, Upgrade, also wrote Saw.
And was in it. And
Yeah.
was, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he was the younger guy that's stuck in the room.
Yeah, he's like the photographer character.
Crazy.
Oh, okay.
Never knew
Yeah.
that.
Oh, really? That's the guy? Wow.
Yeah.
It's wild. Drew, you were saying this. This
That's
director,
awesome.
the guy who wrote Upgrade and directed it, he has more acting credits than any directing stuff or writing stuff.
Yeah, I think I was looking at his IMDb info yesterday, and he's mainly a writer actor. I think this was his debut directing credit that he had. But I mean, he's,
really?
he's
This is
getting,
the first thing he's ever directed?
I believe so.
Damn.
I could be wrong. It was first or second. Like very
he killed it.
few things that
Wow.
he's done. Yeah,
It's only $5 million, man.
yeah. But I mean, he's getting other directing jobs that are like for higher budget type stuff. Like I think I saw that he's going to do The Invisible Man next. So
I don't know how I feel like that one's going to be, but
Yeah, I don't know.
we'll
I
never know,
I
yeah.
just, I'm a big fan of this.
He's
guy, dude.
invisible.
Yeah,
He's a
definitely.
really good writer. I like his stuff a lot. Yeah.
well, this movie that he wrote, Upgrade, it was originally titled STEM after the robot. That what's the name of STEM again? He has like a name.
Steve Mink.
Steve Mink. I'm glad they cut that out of the movie. It's like, hey,
please.
hey, this is Steve Mink. He's the bad guy. It's like, what?
I thought that was kind of funny.
The bad guy's name is Steve Mink? What?
I just imagine like some really wealthy business guy wearing like a mink coat.
Yeah, and he's like bald.
In mint condition.
Yeah.
Totally bald, because hair is a waste of time for him. So this movie, Upgrade, has drawn a lot of comparisons to another 2018 movie, Venom, right? Because it's like an outside being taking control of your body.
Oh, sure. I
One's
guess
a
so.
robot, one's an alien. Okay.
Okay.
Leigh Whannell, the director, writer of Upgrade, said he never like even made that connection at all.
No, I would never would.
It has nothing to do with it. Just a coincidence.
Yeah.
This movie, Upgrade, shares some similarities with the Deus Ex video game franchise. I don't know if you guys have ever heard about that.
Never heard of that.
It started in like 2000, and they're still making games like in the last couple of years for it. The game takes place in the future where people can get computer upgrades installed into their bodies. So maybe
sounds
you got a
interesting.
little inspiration from that. I don't know.
Definitely.
And the last thing I got is that the girl who plays Gray's wife, her name in real life is Melanie Vallejo, and in 2006 she was in a Power Ranger TV show called Power Rangers Mystic Force.
Awesome.
I do not know what
Never
color
watched
ranger
it.
she was.
Well, I mean, we're probably going to guess either the pink or yellow, right?
Yeah.
Apparently the show ran for like 2 years.
Wow.
Mystic Force, man. I mean, that's mystical.
What is that, like G-Force or Fox? I don't even know what the cartoon channels are anymore.
Who knows? Who knows what station it was on? I never watched it.
I never watched it either.
But yeah, she was a Power Ranger. I'm surprised they let her go so quickly in this movie. She probably could have beat up the enemies.
Yeah, it's true.
Or she mighty morphed.
Yeah. Might have morphed into an upgrade.
The whole movie could have been different.
Yeah. Let's dig into the script info. STEM then was retitled Upgrade.
Upgrade's a better title.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Upgrade.
yeah, it is.
Coming this fall, Upgrade.
STEM is just like I understand naming it after like the AI.
This makes me
part.
think of a plant.
Yeah.
It's like a plant movie about plants.
Yeah.
I don't know about this one. Plants coming soon. Like Upgrade. Oh, I'll see that.
Yeah, Upgrade,
I'll see
yeah.
that movie. Oh, that sounds great. Upgrade.
It was written by Leigh Whannell. The draft that we had was April 2013, and it comes in at 108 pages. So it looks like they chopped off about 8 pages there, because I think the runtime on the movie is 1:40.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. And there were some pretty big differences here, guys. I mean,
actually was, yes.
main general plot points, but some very different stuff going on, especially the ending. I would say the ending third of the movie.
Agreed.
So let's start it out here. Let's get into the intro. So I want to talk about the setup and the characters. So who is Gray, and why is he unique to this particular society?
He's a technophobe.
Yes.
I mean, he's like an old-time mechanic
Yes.
in a world where everyone doesn't even drive their own car anymore. They just have the car drive them.
Yes.
Car drive you.
No, because it was nice. I think you said it, man. I think when we were watching, because it just opens up like with the like establishing shot, and it's just in like a 2000s garage. You're like, oh, I have no idea.
It's
what
like a
time period
man
this
cave.
is.
Yeah, and then you just
pull
think
up
the movie
upstairs.
takes place today, and then you go upstairs and see like, oh man,
Self-driving cars,
Or
robots.
it's when he leaves the garage. That's when you see like
It's
when his wife comes home.
True.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's like talking to a guy on the window of the car.
yeah.
She's sitting in the passenger seat, not even the driver's seat.
Right. And so we meet Gray and his wife works for this
Cobalt.
company called Cobalt. Yeah,
They make
Technology,
prosthetics for war veterans,
yes,
but they're clearly up to no good.
Yeah.
Because they're making weapon implants for prosthetics.
And so Gray, he's just done working on this car, beautiful car, and that's when he tells his wife that he wants her to come with him to meet this guy Aaron, because this dude Aaron's like a billionaire, really young billionaire, and he's buying the car off of Gray. Mm-hmm. So they drive over to him and they meet him, and I don't know, they talk about this new technology called STEM that Aaron has built.
And Aaron just claims it's a better brain than a human brain. It can do anything.
Yeah, and Gray, because he's a technophobe, completely opposes this. He's all about humans, which, I mean, why wouldn't you be, right?
I mean, it's true. He brought up like a valid point. He's like, all I see is 18 people with unemployment or something like that.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I like this scene in the script when they go to meet Aaron, because in the movie you just get to see his house. Like in the script it's described as his house is on this big huge property, and then this
It's
is
like a
all
compound. I feel like we should call it a compound.
It pretty much, yeah, it is a
No, it really
compound.
is, yeah.
I think it classifies as a compound.
Yeah. So
Pretty badass. If you got a compound, you're pretty cool.
Yeah. So he's got this compound. His house is there, and this is also where his company vessel is located as well. So we get to see in the script just the detail of what this company would look like in all this other space, and it's understandable why they got rid of it, just because the budget would raise significantly to have these other locations involved.
Yeah, especially to have them right next door too.
Yeah.
That's tough.
And so he basically just gives them the car and leaves, and that's when stuff goes down, because they're driving home and they're driving in a self-propelled car.
Correct.
That Gray hates.
But his wife trusts completely.
And the car just starts to drive them to a place where they didn't tell it to go.
Which is a great fear that they brought up with, like, I guess, AI and technology in our future. You know, I bet people would be, I mean, I'd probably be pretty scared if there was, like, written times or, like, the car just did not listen and went some random direction. And, it hacked, and that's what happened in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrifying. It's like the terrifying reality of what's currently going on, because Tesla has self-driving cars. And especially what they were doing in the movie, too. Like, they're fooling around in the back seat. They're married. Sounds great, you know? But that's what people are going to do. Like, they're going to be sleeping in their car. They're going to be reading. They're going to be watching a movie. Like, they're not going to be paying attention.
Yeah.
And someone could come hack your shit and either send you off a cliff or send you into the bad part of town, like what happened to them. It's crazy.
Yeah, so that's what happens. Their car gets hacked. There's a crash, and some masked assailants come and pull them out of their car and ultimately kill Gray's wife. And they use some sort of it looked like some sort of sidearm.
It was like a medical device.
Yeah, to sever Gray's spine.
So he's a quadriplegic now.
Yeah, that's what happens in the next scene. He wakes up and he's in a wheelchair, in a bed, and then we find out he's in a wheelchair, quadriplegic. I mean, just imagine that.
I mean, they put you right through the set. Like, that whole scene, like, the 10, 15 minutes of what that was.
The movie and the script, yeah, it's just like, whoa.
It's really like an eye-opener, yeah. It's like super sad to even have to deal with something like that. But, so, yeah, we get to the point where Gray is he's about had it. He's, I guess, sadly looking for a way out, but that's when Aaron proposes the STEM idea to him to bring him back to be able to walk and run again.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is the technology that Gray saw when he was visiting Aaron's compound. And like Bryan said, Aaron says that STEM will be able to make you move. Like, you will not be able to move yourself. It controls your body.
Yeah, like the way he described it, he's like, your spine is severed. Like, those connections are gone. But STEM, this robot, can be the bridge that can make that connection work again. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. If that shit was real, oh my gosh. Wow.
Right.
The amount of problems for people that could just be solved in a second, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. I don't even know how much that would cost. That just sounds unbelievably
and again,
hefty.
It just goes back to they sold me on all of this in the movie. In terms of looking at it, it looks so cool. And they had $5 million.
Yeah.
They did it all for $5 million.
Yeah.
And everything looks amazing.
Yeah.
did well.
And the other difference we want to talk about here is once Gray gets STEM is that there's this part in the screenplay where you see like him go through all this training process to get used to STEM in Aaron's laboratory.
It seemed like it was like months in the screenplay.
Yeah.
That he was getting trained, really getting used to using STEM.
Yeah.
But in the movie,
Yeah.
It was like an hour.
yeah,
Yeah, in the movie he gets it and then he goes home and that's when he has this newfound confidence and reason to live. So he starts to study the evidence that was given to him or provided to him of his wife's murder. And that's when STEM talks to him for the first time in the movie and says like, "Oh, did you notice that? Did you see that?" Because to the human eye, you wouldn't be able to see it. And STEM, the AI, is able to find a very small detail that all the detectives have missed that would help him get some sort of lead on who killed his wife.
Yeah, so Gray has like personal inner thought conversations with this STEM robot now.
he has another person in his head.
Yes.
Essentially, because the robot, it's not autonomous, right, at this point, because
No, yeah.
Gray controls it, and it can't control his head, right?
No.
Right.
It can only hear Gray if he talks, actually out loud, which is hilarious. Like, you have to talk out loud to someone who's not there. Everyone thinks you're insane.
Yes.
But, like, wouldn't that be incredible to have a robot in your head that could just help you out? Like, him having that realization is just like, hell yeah.
Just to give you hints, yeah. I mean, Take
a picture of this.
guess.
Remember that.
Yeah.
Look this up for me.
You don't think it would like drive you insane, though?
No. As long as you had full control. Hey, turn off. Turn off right now.
All right, that's true.
Boom, and it's off.
Yeah.
But until it starts to learn that it's smarter than you,
Yeah, then you have like,
that's when shit goes down.
you have your own thoughts and then robot thoughts.
That's a Black Mirror episode.
No, it truly is.
People in reviews for this movie, people compared this movie to like a Black Mirror movie.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
In a way, it is.
So now with STEM, Gray sets out to find the people who killed his wife, all while a detective named Cortez she was originally helping him, but then as things unfold, she becomes suspicious of his activity and his involvement of these murders that go down.
Yeah, because he's a quadriplegic and he's just showing up places like in bad neighborhoods, getting spotted on cameras near where murder scenes are. She's like, "What the hell? How is this possible?"
Yeah, and I want to talk about a big point that happened in the screenplay that I didn't really like. But first, I want to talk about these bad guys and what their abilities are, because they are crazy superhumans. And again, like we said earlier, we find out that their limbs were provided by Cobalt, which is the company that Gray's wife used to work for.
Yes. So there's a connection there where you're like, "Ooh, what's this? What's this going to develop into?"
Yeah.
I mean, the bad guys are basically all Jason Bourne, but they have guns implanted in their hands and legs.
Yeah, which is pretty freaking cool.
It's awesome.
No, it's pretty awesome. I agree.
I've never heard of that before.
No. Like, I thought one of the visuals that you can only get in the movie was, like, when they were loading their arms.
Yeah.
Like, there was just, like, a hole in the guy's forearm, and then he was just loading shells into his arm.
Really cool. I was thinking, though, while watching, I was like, "Oh, but you still can't get on an airplane. You know, you're not going to make it through an X-ray.
No way.
You're not going to make it through baggage check. I'm sorry. You know, take a bus.
Yeah.
I'll see you there. See you there in a couple days."
The knife thing, I think we only saw a knife in the screenplay. That kind of reminded me of like Assassin's Creed, where it was just like a quick knife like comes out of his hand, you know.
Yeah.
And then there were some crazy ones that, like the main guy Fisk, the main bad guy, he had like these a nanobot sneeze. So he would just sneeze, and then these small like nanobots would like fly up into the person who breathes them in, and they had like these really tiny blades on their.
Oh.
I don't know how to describe it, but then they just go inside your mind and just cut you up from the inside.
Turn your brain into a blender.
That was
awful.
Yeah, that
that'd
sounded
be awful.
terrible. And then there was like, this guy had this ability to breathe on something, and then it would just completely like melt whatever it was in front of it that he breathed on. Remember that?
That was
I
crazy.
feel like I do, yeah. I mean, you just melt a man's face.
Yeah, in the
breathe down.
screenplay, he only did it because he went to the morgue
the disintegration
to get rid of
thing.
the evidence of the technology.
Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
He like disintegrated his friend.
And I want to give a shout out to that first kill in the movie where Gray just completely uses a knife and like.
Yeah, the practical effects were great
Yeah,
in this.
the special effects were fantastic in this movie.
Like he just like gouges this guy's jaw open.
Dude, it was like a
Turns him into the
wedge.
Joker.
Yeah, that was messed up, dude.
It was crazy. I mean, there's a lot of good. This is weird to say, but there's a lot of good kills in this movie.
Yeah, there
But like
are.
at that point, it's great because that's when Gray was like the first time I think STEM took over.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "Oh my god, what just happened?"
He's like, "I'm a ninja."
Yeah, seriously.
because the machine can predict like counterattack
Yeah.
anybody's
Yes.
moves, and it's like just like a black belt in karate overnight because you just download the chip in there,
Yeah.
and next thing you know, you're John Wick.
So do you think you would be remorseful if you had like a technology inside of you and you were like, I give you permission to defend myself right now?
Yeah.
And then the technology kills somebody, would you be like, oh my God, I feel terrible right now because it is your body doing it, but you yourself did not do it?
I would have threw up just like he did after seeing
know.
that sight. Like,
Yeah.
what did I just do? Like, puke everywhere.
Yeah.
DNA.
But I mean, if you're somebody's trying to kill you, you know, then I'd be like, okay, that guy's trying to kill me, so he
Yeah.
deserved to die.
Yeah. Plus, your machine can remember everything you touch, so you can wipe all your prints.
Very true.
Oh yeah, that was kind of cool.
Very cool scene. I remember everything you've touched. That's my robot voice.
That was pretty good.
Just for that specific example, I love just I loved Gray's like antagonism to that. You know,
it's morality. It's like a whole morality struggle. It's probably one of the themes of the movie, like just showing that machines don't have emotion.
Yeah.
They can just execute. Whereas a human, your thought, you get caught up in the feelings when you're a human,
yeah,
No, totally.
which is all about being human.
the feels as they say. Huh?
The morals are big in this film between the interaction between Stem and Gray.
Yeah, man. Stem just will kill anybody. He doesn't give a shit.
I want to move to my biggest critique of the screenplay that I thought was really weak, and that was basically in the script. There's a scene when it's essentially right when Gray gets this STEM technology, and he goes home and he's walking around getting used to it, and he shows his mom like it's not accidental. It's like, look what I can do. Like I just felt like walking again.
Yeah.
And that completely hurt it for me because that added like another element of secrecy and suspense that he's supposed to be a quadriplegic. Nobody's supposed to know that he has this technology in him at all.
Yep. I like how in the movie they clean that up because they made him sign an affadavit of like secrecy or whatever, so he couldn't show anyone.
Yes.
So then in the movie he had to pretend like he was a quadriplegic everywhere he went.
Yes.
Yeah, it rose the stakes for sure, especially with Aaron. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then I want to move on to the next one, and that's when Aaron tells Gray to get a hacker, because in the movie, Stem tells Gray to get a hacker so that Aaron cannot see what he's doing anymore.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's just a difference. Like in the movie, you think Aaron's more of a bad guy, whereas in the script, Aaron's helping him at this point, even though the cops are after him.
Yes.
Or even though there's other people chasing him, like the bad guys.
Yeah.
So it just makes Aaron's character a little more different or dynamic or whatever.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
more of a bad guy in the movie.
And
that's what you think.
And I want to focus on this point again because when he goes to see this hacker in the movie, right? There's these like other people in this dingy ass place.
Yeah,
and
they're
all
doing the virtual reality.
I thought that was
and that
cool.
was not in the script.
Yeah, they're all doing virtual reality type stuff. And then there's a specific line where Gray says in the movie, when he's looking at these people, he's like, I'll never understand why people would want to live in a fake world. And then the hacker person's like, well, the fake world is less painful than the real one. And that relates to the ending of this movie.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's very true.
Which is really cool when you catch that.
Yeah.
It also reminded me of Ready Player One,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
which that book is way better than the movie. But, in that story, people are addicted to virtual reality
Yes.
because the real world sucks,
Yeah, totally, yeah.
which is crazy. I mean, I like video games, but
Not to that extent.
all day, every day. It's like you got to shower, you got to eat, you got to sleep.
Yeah, right.
Although that new Skyrim game is going to come out, so I don't know, actually. Might have to lose a couple of weeks.
Good luck, dude. Good luck.
So another big difference between the script and the movie here is that in the screenplay, Stem and Gray are just killing cops. Like, the cops are after
and
him
right, yeah.
way earlier on. He has, like, a fight with the lead detective, I think,
Yeah.
halfway through the script, which, as in the movie, that their, like, whole confrontation doesn't happen until the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And it was pretty crazy. Like, he was killing cops, like, murdering police officers. Like, so his face was probably all over the news, like,
Yes.
cop killer. Like,
Most wanted.
It was a total manhunt for him, probably, throughout the whole story.
Yeah.
So I liked how he wasn't a cop killer in the movie. I thought that was a little bit better and made it more possible for him to, like, be moving around and doing all the vigilante type things he was doing.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Oh, and he also cut off a bad guy's leg in the script. Remember that? Because
Yeah.
he was,
He
like,
needed like check the technology.
he
or
wanted to
something
see
like that, right?
what kind of gun was built into his leg so he could, like, trace it.
Yes.
Okay.
Which was like a total Batman move. He's like, I'll bring it
I
back.
thought
to
it was
my
funny because I
cave
remember in
and
the screenplay
trace
the
it."
cops were like, "Who cuts a man's leg off?"
Yeah. Yeah. But then the other detective was like, he wants to trace the technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
crazy.
we don't have to talk about this one in detail, but there's a whole scene where he goes to Cobalt, and in the movie you don't see what Cobalt is and what happens there at all. So that was kind of interesting, but didn't really add much, I guess, to the whole grand story here.
It just made you like think that they had something to do with his wife's murder, essentially.
Yeah.
It was just like another lead for him to follow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, this I'd say this movie has like a big mystery tone to it.
It's a thriller.
Yeah.
I would say.
I know we kind of hit on this already, but we wanted to discuss about the emotional interaction between Stem and Gray in the screenplay.
Yeah, sharing your brain essentially with another being, except it's not human; it's a robot.
Yes.
They go back and forth where Gray's like trying to fight like his own actions because Stem's taking over.
Yeah, they
when
clash.
it comes to like killing anything like that, it's just back and forth because robots I guess don't have emotion.
Nope.
They
They only have objectives.
Objectives, correct.
Everything that Gray doesn't want to do, he just has Stem do it, and Gray looks away, which was that was crazy.
There was just one like line that Stem had said in the movie. It was like, "We're all about efficiency. Like you prioritize feelings over efficiency," and that's just like kind of dark in a sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the robot.
Yeah, man, they're just machines.
Yeah,
That's reality. Like I think he said that to him when he was trying to sleep.
Yes.
And he's like, "You got to sleep." He's like, "What is sleep? No."
yeah, that was it.
It's like, I don't need no sleep.
Well, there was a part where like Gray was unconscious and his body was still running.
Yeah.
Because Stem was able to do it for him.
It's
like,
incredible.
I was like, that's hilarious. I was trying to imagine that.
I could see that being like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde type thing. Like this guy goes to sleep and every night his body is just running around fighting crime because it's just the robot and he's just snoozing.
Well, also the addiction to morphine. Remember that?
I do, yes. Throughout the screenplay, he would just have to like inject a quick thing of morphine to like keep powering through because of his addiction.
Yep. I don't know why they cut that from the movie. I thought that was kind of neat.
I thought it was cool too.
It was just real. It's like, yeah, you're quadriplegic. Your life sucks. You hate everything. Yeah, you're gonna be addicted to morphine. Hell yeah, you are.
Well, and just the pain of whatever he's experiencing, and I don't think this was included in the movie. Remember, in the screenplay, he would be like turn the pain off, like so he wouldn't be able to feel anything when he was fighting people.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think that was in the movie. And this leads us to the end, because Gray, whether it's the movie or the screenplay, Gray goes through and he finds like 3 or 4 guys that helped kill his wife. So he's talked to these people, interrogated them, done some like pretty bad torture type stuff to them.
Killed them all.
Yeah, and just to get information. But I'd say the main bad guy, Fisk, he's still alive. And in the screenplay, he kills him. And that's where he finds out that somebody from Vessel, Aaron's company, hired them to take out, well, essentially Gray. Gray was the target. His wife was not the target at all.
That's what's revealed.
Yeah. In the screenplay, though, like he kind of just like he's just at Aaron's house. I thought that was kind of weird why he was there, why he was lingering around. And I didn't know if he died or not. It was kind of vague because he got thrown out of a window or something, right?
Fisk, yeah. They said like 6th story or something. I'm assuming you would die off of that. That's 60 feet.
Yeah. But I thought it was funny how Fisk was described in the screenplay. He was labeled as a cyborg hillbilly.
Yeah.
I just thought that was kind of funny, the pairing of those 2 words.
It's like, why would you put that much technology in a hillbilly?
Yeah.
You'd think you'd pick someone a little smarter.
Yeah. But this is like an ultimate like superhuman battle between Gray and Fisk because they're both upgraded people. That's what they're called. At least they say that in the movie that he's like, you're one of us, you're one of the upgraded. And there's this whole fight scene where they can both predict each other's moves and stuff. It was pretty awesome. But eventually Fisk dies, but Stem does get damaged from Fisk's abilities.
Correct.
And then there's the main reveal. This is both in the screenplay and the film, and that the main bad guy here was Stem because it wanted Gray's body for itself.
So Aaron has been listening to Stem the whole time as like the hierarchy. And
Yeah, he said for like 5 years, the robot's been running the company, and he's just been carrying out whatever the robot wants.
Yes.
total, like, I guess, mind-blowing moment, if you want to say. I mean, I was like,
hell of a
whoa.
twist. I thought it was his wife's company. I thought they were the bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
It is a really good twist. But the reason that Stem wants Gray is because like we said in the beginning, he's a technophobe. He doesn't care about all this technology at all. And
so he has no technology in his body already.
He's a rarity in the society in that he doesn't have anything inside, no implants or anything inside of him. So that's why STEM targeted him to and hired these people to sever his spine so that eventually it could take over his body.
Because that was like, STEM described it as his like final phase to be able to like be a leader, I guess, if you want to say. Like he had to take human form. He was essentially
upgrading himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wanted to know what it felt like to be human as well as still be a machine.
Yes.
And we already went over Steve Mink, because that's when that Aaron says, oh, Steve Mink is actually the boss of Vessel.
And that's STEM.
Yeah.
Not the greatest name. Glad they got rid of that.
And I want to talk about Aaron's death, because in the screenplay, he dies off screen from a gunshot, and Cortez is not even around. She's not even a factor in this anymore at all whatsoever. Mm-hmm. In the movie, though, we see both of them get killed at Aaron's house. Aaron dies pretty brutally.
Yeah.
Cortez gets a gunshot to the stomach. And then let's go back to the screenplay here, because at the end of it, when STEM is taking over Gray's body, STEM is repeating inside of Gray's mind that everything is going to be okay. Like, says it like multiple times. Yeah. Gray is refusing this.
Yep.
And then at the end, he finally repeats it himself, and then it cuts to black, and that's the end.
Yeah, and it's like telling you that STEM now has full control. Like, Gray's gone.
Yes. And I think we both agree that the ending in the movie's better, right?
Oh, it's so much better. Definitely. So much better.
Yeah, because at the ending of the movie, STEM is able to like transport Gray's mind like into this alternate reality, or just put Gray's mind into this reality that he thinks is real, where that he's in the hospital, his wife is still alive, this was all a dream, or they survived the crash. But
basically like lobotomized him into like a dream world.
Yeah.
Where he's just going to live on. I mean, not a bad deal for him, not going to lie.
Yeah, you would be content with that?
Well, no. I'd rather live my real life, but if I can't have my real life, then I'd rather live in my fake life with my real wife. That rhymed, wife and life.
Nice. I mean, yeah, totally. I agree as well. I think I'd want to be like if I could choose, you know? Like if STEM was like, you know what, I'll let you choose your alternate reality. Professional bowling.
Oh, dude. Oh,
professional bowling. Wow.
You know, if STEM had a heart, that's what it would have done. It would have been like, hey, so do you really want to go back with your wife, or you want to be with like Jennifer Aniston? Or like, you know, you just throw anything out there and I got you. That could have been really different.
No, yeah, I totally
like,
agree.
Hey, you know what? I want to be, professional bowler. I mean, you can't top that. I don't know how you top that. Maybe like race car driver or like NBA power forward.
Okay.
So while Gray's living in this alternate reality, STEM is using Gray's body as a vessel, which actually, now that I say vessel, that's the name of Aaron's company. So I don't know if that was...
That's definitely meant for a reason.
Like, that was pretty crazy, I thought. But that ending just kind of hit you in the face. Like, did you
fast.
see that happening or no? Did you,
no.
See that?
What, him just being completely...
Like, did you...
Like, just taking over?
Like, were you like, oh, STEM's definitely the bad guy of this movie?
I had no idea.
No idea.
I mean, especially, too, when at first it's just helping him. Like, it made me question, like, why would this robot go through all that effort? Like, why not just take over him right away? But I guess the argument is you have to break the brain of the person that you're trying to take over from a machine standpoint. Like, he had to break him down and just make him so weak that he could just take his mind and send it to, like, one little part of the brain. And then STEM's got everything now. It's crazy. It's totally like Black Mirror-esque.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, I hate technology now. Like, I don't want anything to do with my phone, my laptop anymore, because they're going to try to take over my body.
Watch out, dude. It's a parasite coming to get you.
I mean, we were just talking about like STEM, right? Like he could send you to a different virtual or like a reality, right? If he takes over your body fully. But if he was cool and didn't take over your body and just kind of let you be in control the whole time, it'd be awesome. It's like having another sidekick like in your body who can make you fight like a badass, who can like research anything for you right away, just like give you unlimited information. It's like you could be Batman. You could literally just like wake up one day, put in this thing, and then just be like Batman. You could like become a hitman. You could become like a star quarterback in the NFL. Like, you could literally do anything.
You could be like a real estate agent that, you know,
you could
makes a lot of money.
You could be flipping houses. You could have your own HGTV show.
Is that what you would do? I'd probably go on America's Got Talent and just do like a bunch of like crazy like circus type stuff.
Whoa, look at this guy. He just did 5 backflips in a row.
While
That's
juggling.
actually pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like, thanks, STEM. I mean, there's all these things that this thing could do for you until it tries to take over your brain.
Yeah, its ego would get too big.
Yeah. Especially if it's doing juggling and backflips on America's Got Talent. I mean, that's going to go right to the ego.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Simon Cowell's just going to be like, that's amazing. And the robot's just going to keep eating it. It's going to keep eating that up.
Because STEM wants to be the star.
Yeah. I mean,
But you're the face.
Just lots of room for opportunity, lots of opportunities if you have a robot in your brain that can do anything for you, like STEM. I wanted to ask you, what do you guys think was like the best part of the script? Best part?
Jeez, the best part?
I'm just going to say I just enjoyed it as a whole. I can't really... I just liked his writing style. I'm always curious to see how people write. And I just enjoyed the guy's writing style and his ability to tell a story. That's pretty much all I like to say.
The first act, just where it like shows you who these characters are.
Yeah.
This guy Gray, he lives in the future, and then like just what happens to him.
The character is really good. Gray's character is really good.
And like the transformation he goes through from like, all 3 acts of the movie.
Yeah.
Quadriplegic, then he's like a ninja, as he quotes in the movie.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I second all of that, just like hearing like the technology, like the words he was throwing out there, describing what they had at the time, and like all the action scenes too. Yeah. And I was just a huge fan of.
Was that your favorite part of the movie then, like the actual action?
Most definitely.
Actual action, redundancy. Yeah, I mean, the action sequences were
cool
so cool.
choreograph,
Very cool choreographing. The camera work was cool.
Yeah.
We already mentioned the effects, like the kills are
and for the budget.
Crazy, yeah. And for the budget too, like how he was running around and like jumping a lot, doing a lot of parkour.
Yeah.
I thought that was impressive. Like, I was all in on that. I'm like, whoa, that's some superhuman shit.
They had to get a parkour guy for that.
They did. Maybe that could have cost them a lot of money. Then. What the hell was that? Did you guys hear that?
I think everything's falling apart around us.
Other movies I want to mention right now where the machine is the bad guy. All right, just throw them out there. Terminator, right? Terminators, they're coming through time travel. They're trying to kill you. They're machines. They're bad guys.
Yeah.
In Avengers: Age of Ultron, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of similar here to Upgrade because Tony Stark creates this robot.
Yes.
So that he doesn't have to be Iron Man anymore, but then it turns bad because it just like sees humans as like disgusting little rats and it wants to eradicate them all. I've only seen that movie once. Black Mirror, right? A lot of stuff in Black Mirror where machines are bad. iRobot, Will Smith.
Yes.
The big Vicky robot's the bad guy. So that was wild.
Vicky.
Ex Machina.
Machina.
Ex Machina, whatever, how do you say it? I don't know if she's really the bad guy.
I don't know.
The robot in that. Cause
she's totally the bad guy.
Yeah, but they were holding her captive. Yeah, but she leaves that one guy at the end. Yeah, she's a bad guy. She's a bad guy. Star Wars, there's some machines that are bad.
Yeah, I was just going about the droids there.
Oh, shit, someone wrote Smart House.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, the Disney movie that we did, episode 23 of Screenplay Junkie. Go back and check it out.
I'm pretty sure we did a bit like that in that episode,
no
too.
No way.
Yeah. Who cares? It's fine.
That's pretty funny.
We're just redoing
I just thought of
WALL-E. Oh, yeah, WALL-E. Some of the are machines bad?
Yeah, dude.
I thought just the people were lazy.
Well, because of machines, so that makes machines bad.
Okay, I'm in it. Machines were bad by association.
Yeah.
WALL-E's a great movie.
I know.
I can't think of anything else. Can you guys?
Nah, I mean, there's probably other examples, but it's all good.
Machines are the bad guys.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Final thoughts. We kind of already did some, but I just wanted to close really quickly. I guess I could have said this in the script, but yeah, this is a really good script. It's an underrated movie. I just, like I said, like we've all been saying, I love the use of character here, especially with Gray. Just his transformation, what he goes through, and the emotional aspect of that. But I also really like the perspective and motivation here. But what I mean by that is just STEM's ability to manipulate everybody. Mm-hmm. And I think the one that sticks out to me the most when you rewatch is like the first time STEM talks to Gray in the movie is that he's pointing out when Gray is looking at the evidence of his wife's murder, and STEM is like there to be like, oh, did you see that? Now I can help you. I can help you find these guys. And that's what like starts this whole trust that Gray has with STEM.
Yep.
But he's just manipulating him to take over him at the end.
And take out all traces of his mess.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess now that you even said that, if I guess for my final thoughts, that open up that they relate everything to it because he stems like, oh, let me see the tattoo, let me decode, let me do that. But he already knew who that guy was the whole time.
Yep, manipulating.
You know, so he probably knew that information right off the start. And Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the movie. I kind of like the quirky, weird sci-fi upgrades, anything like in that. You know, the camera work was super cool, special effects and all that. Reading it, I was a huge fan. You know, I'll give this one actually a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I always forget to do my star rating. Yeah, I'll do a 3 or 4 out of stars. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
I'm gonna do 4 stars too, and I'll just mention that like this is a movie you've seen before. Oh, a guy's wife is dead, and now he has to go avenge her. Right?
Yes,
like that's a common story theme that you could
yes,
mention for a lot of movies. However, this movie does it different, and it's totally unique.
Yes,
it's something you've never seen before, probably, and I would recommend it to anyone.
Upgrade, hit it. No matter what platform you're using to listen to us, I want it to be known that we're available on iTunes, YouTube, and Spreaker. You can also find us on Instagram at screenplay_junkie. If you like our content, please be sure to follow our channels so you can stay in the loop with new episodes and quick movie reviews. Feel free to give us a rating or drop us a comment on any of these mediums. Any feedback or interaction is greatly appreciated. Got any scripts you think we should read or movies we should review? Shoot us a message on our Instagram or email us at screenplayjunkie.show@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. On the next episode, we're going to do something a little different. We don't typically look at many scripts or movies that are generally viewed as not good, so we've decided to take a look at Tommy Wiseau's famously bad 2003 drama, The Room. Thank you for listening. We hope you can join us next time.